What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Modest House. So we're taking a little bit of a pause on the siding. You know, I don't think you'll see any of the exterior, but we're in the middle of the exterior right now, and timing-wise, we need to get this concrete prepped, or this garage prepped for concrete, because we need to get it poured so that we can get things like our doors, our walk doors, both in the front, the back, the garage doors, finished. But we need the concrete floor for that. So we're gonna spend today getting our heat sheet heavy down. Instead of by myself, I not only have Greg back from having a baby, big congrats, big thumbs up in the comments, but also Cole is graduated high school and he's gonna be working for the summer here. So this should go a lot quicker than the house. So we're gonna get the heat sheet down, and then we're gonna move right into getting all the PEX radiant tubing down in preparation for concrete. Cole's new here. He doesn't know that we're doing the video, and you know, he just walks right in front of it. That's all good. So let's go ahead and get into it. It's all prepped. We got a graded slope here because we're gonna have a nice trench drain. We've got all this back here that we have to kind of figure out where the PEX is coming from the house to a manifold. And then we're gonna have another manifold for all the garage. So this is really where the tricky spot's gonna be. Otherwise, this should be pretty quick and we should make quick work of this. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, heat sheet heavy, pretty darn durable. If you guys didn't see the video, this is what heat sheet heavy looks like. They call it heat sheet heavy because it's more of a heavy duty panel for heavier weight, like higher compression strength. It also has the nodules in here, so you can run your piping, so you don't have to have your PEX on top of your mesh. I see a lot of guys will staple or connect their tubing to the top of their mesh. I think that's a bad idea. It's a no-no, because then if you float your mesh up to get concrete under it, now your tubing is closer to the surface. This buries the tubing at the bottom. Radiant heat, remember, is going to radiate and it's gonna heat thoroughly. You don't have to have your tubing to the top, but also it's gonna allow your mesh to go over top of this, and all that concrete is gonna be able to go underneath the mesh. Even if your concrete guys are lazy and they forget to raise the mesh up and they just pour the floor, you can feel good because you're gonna get concrete underneath your mesh. So I really do like this product. We've got a tongue and groove system along the edge, all four edges, that interlocks it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, get a couple tools out, and hopefully this flies pretty quick. Let's see. Yeah. Man, I love when there's no pipes in the way. Perfect cut, right with a nodule, or whatever you want to call it. Look at that. Cool. Greg.
Yep.
Made my cut, and it is dead on perfect. No extra cut went right in there.
No way.
No, I'm not kidding. But it won't be like that every time, I don't think.
No way.
Maybe it will. I don't know. You know, life is good. Life is but a dream. I don't want to get ahead of Greg here, which is kind of slowing me down. Taking a stab at it. What is holding me up? Oh, shoot. What's the odds that this water's on? Yep. Yeah. Water's on. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna be able to do that. Maybe I can fish it through somehow. Oh yeah, no problem. So if you didn't watch any other previous heat sheet videos, you've got these little lines right here that come out on each edge, and those have to line up with the sheet that it connects to. If you don't line those up, then you're gonna have problems getting your tubing ran through here. So luckily, for the most part, every time we cut down there, because this is a 36-foot wide building with 8-inch foundation walls, and these are all in 4-inch dimensions, that means we're basically 36 minus 16 inches. Every time we run a row, it's a clean cut, and we can come over here and start and line up. It's probably going to get out, you know, a little bit off here and there, but we're going to have like a 0 waste factor, which is awesome. You just got to make sure that these little tabs line up. And now I still need to go over a little bit. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to transition to some Subterra. It's just easier. All these tubes are going to be laying on top of this. This is coming from the house into the house manifold, and then we're going to have all the tubes for the garage coming in. So there's going to be a lot of tubes here, and the heat sheet is awesome for running your pipes, but it's not awesome for having your manifolds because all those nodules don't allow you to run all these pipes in there. But this allows us to basically screw or staple these in exactly where we want them on this nice flat surface without compromising any insulation R value. So this is an R10 right here. It's going to be fun to get them all these dimensions exactly cut. So 21.5 and 35 3/4.
35 3/4, 21.5.
Okay, so we've got 3-inch, 3-inch, 3-inch.
Not bad. Not bad.
I hope not. All right, give me a knee on it, brother.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep. Okay. Perfect. All right, Cole, yes, grab those tubes, my guy. I don't know if this is going to work still, but we're going to try it.
Well, we can try it.
We'll
Why
try
not?
it. I don't see how this is going to work, but I still have to.
I'm digging into these rocks right here.
Hey, wait, you got to come my way more yet?
Okay.
Because we're going to have to kind of get this going. Fine. These are just sleeves. Don't really care too much about them. Oops, missed a hole.
Got it.
I hope so.
Hopefully once we flatten it out, this...
It's all right, go ahead and just pull the gravel out.
Yep.
If you can pull the edge up as much as you can, Greg.
That's what I'm gonna try to do. Get my fingers under there. Okay, go ahead.
Not sure what I'm...
Yep, just keep going. I mean, you're kind of like hitting some rocks in between there. Get around here real quick.
Yeah, just got to get these couple rocks out of the way. There's a good sized one right here.
Yeah, once we get that up against the wall, it should go down.
I think it'll be good, yeah.
Yep.
We need a vacuum. Just like suck these rocks right out of here.
Up rocks.
Keep going. Oh, heck yes. Come over here. No, I don't even think we need to.
Nope.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow. First.
I'm not going to say it's perfectly flat, but it will be fine.
Good enough.
Me
Yeah.
and Greg were just talking. I mean, it's all going to get concrete under at the end of the day anyways.
Yeah.
We probably have plenty of...
Yeah, you do.
That's much better. Last time. It is what it is.
There. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We're
Probably
still...
close enough. Yeah.
We'll get it. There. Just got to kind of throw a couple pieces in and jam them down.
not doing this together, man. Nope. That's what I was just thinking. I was just gonna step aside.
There we go. So we don't take the foam into the doorway because we don't want the foam going out. So we want this to be full concrete. And you might be like, well then how's it gonna get insulated? Well, it's really not, I guess, perfectly insulated, but it's gonna have heated tubing through here. It'll be good, it'll be good, I think. Get it, no. Here's the technique, my friend. Get it in the groove, then wiggle it. Okay.
Listen, man.
Get it in the groove first. Good, you do it. Come on.
My first day.
Okay, come on. Okay.
Wow. we're a good team.
Got something in my mouth. It might be a little too big. Oh, wow. It's just randomly sitting around just waiting to be used. All right, that was heat sheet, dude. I think it took us, based on my watch, about 2 hours. Not bad at all. This is all now ready for radiant tubing. We do probably have to do something over there where the tubing for the garage is gonna come into place. We're gonna probably have to cut some out and add a flat section of Subterra. We just assumed that, we don't know where that is exactly, so we just said, forget it. We'll cut it out and just slap it right in perfectly, but look at that. That was an easy install. Mark my words, the more time you spend on grading, the easier this is. I promise you, if your grade gets off, it gets harder to install this. So now we're gonna go ahead and transition. We'll get set up and start running our PEX radiant tubing. All right, so onto the PEX tubing. We've got this sheet that we made in the last video of laying PEX and radiant heat sheet like this, because all of our measurements were a little bit off due to the location of our manifold. So I'm really hoping this is correct. We've got an extra 300-foot roll coming, and we've got a good uncoiler. My plumber buddy Joe let us borrow his $600 uncoiler, so we didn't have to use the piece of crap that we made. So hopefully this is gonna be a little bit smoother and even quicker now with coal. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We've got paint. We really liked laying out the paint marks on the ground. We've got a couple different colors so we can alternate. And the only difference is in the garage, our manifold was originally gonna be right here. Now it's gonna be out here. So we're gonna have a couple extra feet of loss, hoping that when we do these loops, we can cross-check to our measurements and they're close and we can still make this work, because we don't really have a whole lot of extra. In fact, I was just gonna do that real quick. That's 6, 7, 913. Actually, that roll of 1,000, we have probably an extra 70 feet, so we're probably gonna be just fine. So, all right, cool. We're gonna get this laid out. Greg, you wanna get this laid out? Yeah. So let's just go ahead and bring in one right there, and we're gonna take it right underneath here out to the outside.
And is that's 8 inches away from the wall, correct?
Yeah, we'll just kind of go, in and then come back out. That's no big deal.
That is no big deal.
All right,
Yeah.
and that goes all the way to the corner, and we're gonna be in that, probably that, yeah, just like that. And looks to me like we're in the 4-foot line.
The 4-inch?
The 4-inch line, yeah, sorry.
Okay, well, that'll probably be that guy then.
Yeah, it don't really matter. Okay, all the way to the corner, 4-inch, all the way in the corner.
Yep.
And then all the way up to this corner, same thing, all the way across. And then I'm gonna say an 8-inch loop back. Yeah, right there. And then you're coming to me, and I'm coming back to you, and you're gonna be 8 inches going back up that way.
8,
So
8, and then 8 off of the 4.
Yep, I'm 8'8", and it looks like I am probably in this range. So which one am I in?
So
I'm in this one here?
Here.
Right here?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go here and come back to you. All right, and then you're going back to the beginning.
Okay.
And you're gonna be 8 inches. 8 inches. All right, I think we got everything figured out. We got our first roll ready to rip. We got everything marked. Just now lunchtime, we're gonna go ahead and eat and we'll bust this out, man. This is gonna be a great day. I was kind of planning on 2 days because I didn't know if Greg was gonna be here. I didn't know if it was just gonna be me and Cole and what that would take, but it's good to have you back, Greg.
Glad to be back.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
You should have seen his eyes this morning. He looked like he hadn't slept in a week, man.
There's some truth to that.
Pretty much. Cut me and cap me. That's gonna be a T-shirt for the Radiant Tubing Professionals.
Cut me.
Cut me, cap me. On to the next one. you got a tube topper right there for you.
Tube topper.
Okay, next blue one you saying?
Yep. So 9, 11, and 13 come out of this.
Underneath.
It's gonna.
Yes.
Yep. See, we're giving Greg the easy job today because we know he's really been struggling with the hardest job of all and the most important job,
Right.
becoming a father.
I got to keep the PEX rolling.
That's right. What's really nice is we're kind of skipping around on circuits because the coil that we have on there isn't, you don't just use them one after another. We've got it all kind of like planned out and engineered. So Greg's keeping track of all the numbers, what circuit we're on, and because we spent time mapping everything out, we don't have to like try to figure out where the next circuit on this coil goes because we've got it all mapped out already. So it actually worked out really good, a little bit extra time up front, and we're off to the races.
Let's try to keep it slack so you don't have to pull too much.
Wow, dude.
With that odd hand.
That's kind of low-key pretty comfortable. Okay, cut me, cap me. Somewhere in there. Do it go high? It's fine. Got plenty. All right. So.
All right, we're done with this roll.
All right, there we go. Let's get back in here and get this guy done. You know, I think I need to do a little. Do I need to do some numbering, Greg? So I know I'm not getting confused here.
Maybe if you have some tape, you can tape them together or something.
What roll did
Yeah. Well, this is 9.
Probably 2, Cole.
9. This is 10. This is 11. And this is 12. I hate 8-inch.
Yeah. Hey, hold up a second. Hold up a second. Hold up. Hold up.
Dude, you had one job.
Yeah. Well.
One job, man.
Give me a second, and I'll fix it. It's not my fault. This uncoiler sucks.
Hey, it's a different story down here. The breeze coming in the door.
Yeah.
Not too shabby, huh?
Nice, dude. All right, guys, so back here in the morning, we've got our last roll of PEX right there. My good buddy Joe got for us. I've also got some strut. We've got our 90 degrees clamps. This is a little bit of a tedious process. This is something that would have been nicer just to probably do in my shop, but we're here. We're getting this done. Basically, this is a sleeve for the PEX to come up, and what we're gonna do is build 2 of these, 1 for each manifold. This one's gonna go here. All these pipes are gonna come up, boom, 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 and then this will be mounted. Concrete will be poured. These will be secured, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. Not gonna waste your guys' time watching us do this, but we've got these strut clamps. They just kind of slide in like so, Oh, hey, here's the 1/2 inch. I found the 1/2 inch.
They're all right here.
No. Those are the, yeah, but I just found the one that I was looking for. Isn't that crazy?
Perfect. That's great.
Wow.
What do you know?
So anyway, boom. These just slide in if you've never seen this. I'll show you. They kind of go in like so. And then we put our pipe in, tighten it down, and then it's locked in. So we've only got 3 done, 27 to go. And because we're kind of limited on space, Greg is doing the very safe job of cutting the bolt down so that we have a little bit more room. You're doing a good job, Greg. Oh, wait a second. I don't want this one. Do you have any done, Greg, already? All right.
Is that enough?
I think so.
Too much, too little?
I think it can be just right. So we've got 16 sleeves. We've got 16 tubes. This needs to get mounted now right here. We'll get it right where we want it. Base that we need to do some measuring. We know the wall is roughly right here. And we want this inside the wall, not inside the wall, but inside the room, out of the wall's way. And the only thing that I need to figure out is a way to mount it in the ground. I got some rebar and some clamps. That's how I've seen it done before, but I'm not sure I got the right size clamps because it seems a little loose. We might have to do a little bit of modification. So let's get a tape measure, Cole. We'll get some measurements while Greg's cutting those last ones, and we'll figure out where this wall is so we can get this mounted. Okay, so this is 166. We're gonna go 164. So we're at 164 and a half. Well, actually that's not too bad. It's right there on that pipe. Okay, that's good enough for me, dude. No, that does not make any sense at all. Is that pipe supposed to be in the stinking wall? Because it's definitely not gonna be. So I'm gonna do this then. Hold me. Ow! Oh, yeah, sorry. Didn't know that was happening. All right, right there. Perfect. All right, we're just doing our best to try to locate where this wall is gonna be. This pipe is clearly not in the wall. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but luckily it's just a sleeve for water lines inside the utility room, so that's not going to be a big deal. But basically here, Greg, and I can kind of eyeball this. We don't have to be perfect. Although maybe we should, you know?
Should be.
Yeah, we probably should. We should probably take the time to shoot through the
right
moon.
here. Let's do it.
Yeah. Right here. Imagine if we had all this mapped out and mounted yesterday, but I didn't forget all this stuff.
Yeah, imagine.
Just imagine. Okay, there we go. So that's where we're going to want to mount this sucker. Here, go ahead and get that bad boy out of here.
We're kind of done with this, aren't we?
Yeah. Leave it in here just in case we want to use it for something else. But just,
Yep.
These are all going that way. Huh. You know what? It kind of messed us up here, Greg. That pipe is really right in the way.
Right.
Okay. So this guy... That's kind of right in our way a little bit. All right, we need to check grade, because if that's in my way, I need to do something with that pipe. Like, maybe we can just...
Pretty, oh, yeah.
Doesn't really matter where it's at, I guess. We're just checking reference. Nine and 5/8.
What it looks like to me.
Yep. So if this is sitting here, got that for a second? That's 9.5. So that's just a hair over, which I'm okay with that. These are not the right size exactly. I'm thinking somewhere in there will work. That'll lock her down. There we go. Now we're Gucci. 9 5/8. Boom, right where we want it. 9 3/8.
It's bouncing right now.
Probably because it's down pretty.
Yeah, I mean, it's down tight to the...
Okay, right there, hold that. That's 9 1/2. It's fine. This one is going to get... These guys are coming from out here, so these will all get kind of moved around, Greg. We can also do this sort of thing, but we're going to have to cut these knobs off.
Exactly. Now you yep.
Now we're getting there.
Now we're cooking with... what are we cooking with? Now we're boiling some water.
We can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want.
All right, let's get that manifold there, Cole. And we'll this is what we'll do.
Have to flip those around.
Those will go that way. Those are going to come in from over here. Those are going to come in from there. And then these guys will come in from over here.
So does it not matter then the numbering of the, like if they're not sequential?
They are sequential. Okay. Tape measure. How far we gotta go up?
My guess is going to be like right in there.
So that actually is really close, Greg. Close enough for the girls that we run with. There's our manifold location. Let's go ahead and connect our tubes and get this last one ran. Okay, pull it. Okay, careful. Let's get it. All right, start taking her a little. Hold on. All right, I like that. This one's just gonna kind of go right in there. Okay, take it, and that's it. That's it.
Can I bring this way a little bit
No.
more? No.
No, we don't need to be tight. We're gonna have to get the shortest path from A to B so that we can have as much here as possible. It doesn't need to be like they're gonna get tight there. It's okay.
Okay. I just didn't know if we're gonna.
That's what I'm saying. Don't even worry about that. Let's get them all in here, and then we'll kind of look at it and see what we have to do.
Sure.
Oh, come on.
Push! Push!
In or out?
In or out, Cole?
That's definitely come up, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. And the thing just popped
Your
out.
thing just popped out, but we'll get that.
We'll get it. Okay, hold up, Cole. Hold up, Cole. I don't know if I can twist that or not. I was thinking of just doing something like this, just to get a warm coil through here.
Probably gonna need two.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is it's on like the inside of the
Inside wall. Yeah.
I don't think it matters too much, but it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. There.
Nice.
All right, so this is the one circuit that we have to deal with this drain. There's going to be a 26-foot trench drain going across this whole garage. Cars will be able to pull over top of it and have drainage. So we got kind of lucky because I was scared after I thought about it. Because this was an ad. This drain was an ad. I'd do a trench versus just a couple like small little, you know, I don't know, what would you call just a little circle drains, you know?
Yeah, circle drain.
Whatever. You could kind of run around those, but with this trench drain going all the way across, if this engineered layout would have been going this way, it would have been a real miserable scenario. So this worked out. So we're just going to avoid it by, you know, a foot or so on each side. And my plumber said he'll just cut out wherever the insulation needs to be cut out because it's a sloped drain, and we don't have to worry about it. I think I'm going back this way first.
Yes, you gotta go back.
Talking, not paying attention to the layout. Cut it, cap it. On to the next one, brother.
This is the last one, so there is no next one.
True.
Cut it and cap it. The rest is over.
Where's our cap at?
Right here. I should have grabbed one while I was over here. I was not being very good.
You can feel the hose actually expand just by blowing into it. Yeah, try to get those kind of over. Oh, don't be afraid to do a little bit more, my guy. Bring it over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna let you do this kind of thing, and I'm gonna start wrapping the thing up. Hopefully, you got duct tape. You said?
Yep.
I see it. Okay, hold that guy.
Yep. Oh.
You gotta be kidding me, son. You failed me.
It's tight. We're good. We're good. Give it to me. I'm fine.
Don't fail me
I'm
again, son.
I'm not. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Okay, there. That's good. Nice. Here's the only thing I'm thinking is, does it make sense
To do it again?
to do it one more time up top? Yeah, just do that. These will kind of not be ones we're going to be using anyway. They'll get cut off. But just to make it tidier for the concrete guys. I know I would appreciate that if I was them.
Splash.
All right. All right. There we go. That's the 2 manifold locations, house manifold, garage manifold. We did number these couple because they're a little bit backwards. The rest of them, and it doesn't really matter per se what circuit's what, as long as you know which one goes in and which one goes out. And if you do forget to label that or you get confused, the simple trick is just take the ends off, blow in one end, and you'll feel the air coming out the other end, even though they're 250-foot long pipes. So yeah, we're ready for concrete here, which is awesome because that will mean that we can then get this door installed. We can get the front garage door installed. We can get the garage door trims installed, and we'll finally be able to wrap up all of the LP Smart side on the exterior, which is kind of like the video that we're in the middle of making. So depending on where this goes out, guys, you might see some finishes that you didn't know were done yet, but don't worry, we'll get back to those finishes if you see something like, the porch is framed up, right? But that's just movie magic. This video is probably going to come out before the porch is framed up. So anyway, we're just doing what we can to get this job finished up. The modest house is starting to look real good. We've got some smart side to finish up. And once this concrete's poured, we're going to come in here. We're going to get walls in the house. We're going to get ceiling in the garage. And we're going to start getting our subs in here so that they can start doing their job while we wrap up the exterior and kind of get this on the path to completion. So if you guys are enjoying this, hit the thumbs up and check out Heat Sheet if you're doing some radiant tubing. And also a lot of people on social media, on Instagram and stuff, were asking about the layout and where we came up with that. Uponor does the engineered layout for us. So if you're doing this and you don't want to just willy-nilly it and just kind of guess, contact Uponor. You can buy Uponor probably at any plumbing house, and they can probably get you in contact with their reps and do an engineered layout. That way you know it's done properly and to the best way possible for your design. So, all right, we're going to get out of here, clean up. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you on the next video.